Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson of food tech. It is Miss Allen here and Miss Tongue. Today what we are going to be looking at is knife skills. Okay, we're going to be practicing a range of different techniques that you can use in and around the kitchen when you are cooking a meal, and these are the basic things that you need to know when prepping for different meals. Okay, so firstly what I want to talk about is knife safety. When you are using your knife, do not walk around pointing it around the kitchen. Make sure if you're not using it, it's placed nicely on your chopping board or work surface, or it is in a safe place. Okay, the first thing I want to discuss is the different methods when we're going to be cutting our vegetables. There are two different ways to hold the vegetable when you are cutting it. I'll show you on my cucumber here. You have the claw technique. This allows you to hide your fingers, so your fingers are not getting chopped off by the knife. And then there is the bridge hold, which then you go directly through the bridge when cutting, okay, and always have your vegetable hard on a nice surface. Okay, so the vegetables I've chosen to use today to show you some different techniques are a cucumber, a pepper, a carrot, and a mushroom. A carrot will be for a little bit of a challenge, as it is a much more hard vegetable. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can do so. Make sure you use a peeler to peel your carrot before you eat it, okay, or cut it. Okay, and the mushroom will be a little bit easier because it's so soft that it will be really easy to cut through. Okay, so the first technique I'm going to show you, I'm going to start with a nice easy one, and we're just going to practice our slicing. So what you need to do is you need to make your claw, and you need to just cut yourself off a nice chunk of cucumber. Okay, don't waste the whole thing that you've got. It doesn't even need to be cucumber. You can use something like a courgette, or you can even use your carrot, whatever vegetables you have lying around the house. Okay, and then you're going to use your small chunk of cucumber, and you're going to do some nice water thin slices. Okay, remember being really careful with the knife. Okay, so you've practiced doing some thin ones, then why don't you go on to doing a little bit thicker? Okay, and practice the different sizes and try and make them all look really even. Okay, and just move them to the side for later that we're going to present them on our chopping board. Okay, so that's your slicing. Now I'm going to show you some dicing. I'm going to use the carrot for this example. Okay, I'm going to, again, using my claw technique, I'm going to cut my carrot using the bridge technique now into a small little chunk that I'm going to use to practice with. I'm going to cut it in half, again, using my claw technique. Cut it in half again. Okay, you may need to separate these areas so you don't slip and cut yourself, but there you go. Okay, again using the claw technique. So now I've got two kind of baton shapes for my carrots. And I'm going to now cut these into smaller squares, and that is how you dice a piece of vegetable. Okay, so you can you quarter it, and then you half it, then you quarter it, and then you slice it into the smaller sections. Okay, so that's my carrot done. I'm now going to show you how to quarter a vegetable using my mushroom. I'm going to place my mushroom on the big side down, so if I laid it on here, it'll have loads of rolling room, so it's going to be unsafe for your knife. You're going to cut it in half, and then lay it flat. Okay, again, if I was cutting it like that, it's going to be rolling around. And then in half again, always using your claw or bridge technique, okay, when you're cutting, because it allows you to be safe with the knife and not hurt yourself. Okay, and then you can do it again, quarter them again, and that is how you get smaller and smaller pieces of vegetables, so you can have nice sized food. So depending whether you like a certain vegetable, but it gives it flavour to a meal, you might want to incorporate it, but you might want to do something big, so then you can pick them out, or do it really small so then it can be more incorporated. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cut a pepper, and we're going to do this in baton shapes. Okay, it is simply chopping off the edge of a pepper and slicing that. Okay, and you create some really nice shapes. Okay, and then you can if you want, go half again, and you get some really nice cut pieces of fruit. Okay, and then what I want you to do after you've practiced your 4 different techniques, so you've got your slicing, your dicing, your quartering and your battens, okay, I want you to present it on your chopping board or on your work surface and present it really nicely so you can get an Instagram worthy picture to upload onto class charts. Okay, I'm just going to show you a quick example of that, but when you guys do it, I want you to really take your time and make your work look really well presented. Okay, so I've got my dicing, I've got my slicing, showing my skills, showing that I can create some really even cuts and focusing on making that look really nice. Okay, and then what I will do is I'll photograph that, upload that onto class charts, and that will be what you need to upload for this lesson. Okay, so thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing your outcomes.